So Dragon Ball Super is back with a new chapter. We've got the Galactic Patrol arc releasing next year, 2027. As you can see, this is the first official image right here. And it looks pretty tough. I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty tough. What I was hoping for though was like an animated scene with Moro, but it's now set in production. So the Galactic Patrol Super arc is coming out, and I gotta say, like, the Moro arc, the fights and waiting for MUI versus MUI is gonna be something that's really epic to watch. Wasn't my favorite ending, and I didn't like Moro 7-3's design, but the first half of that arc was something magical, literally, where we had Moro act like the planet eater, absorbing everything, destroying basically the god form with his abilities. And I'm excited for that. But this was the last time we got a peek right here. Remember this movie, the Broly movie? And what I liked about this announcement is that we had rumors of Dragon Ball Super being remade, and we did get that as well. We also got the Dragon Ball Super remake, which is Beerus. The Super remake is now with this one. This is, to me, I just rewatched the movies and I just rewatched the shows, and like this is like the 5th time we're seeing Beerus reintroduced. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. At least you get something that holds you over. But it looks like they added like a reshade to everything with the Daima quality animation to the first episodes of Dragon Ball Super that really needed it. In my opinion, I thought, like I even said this on video, you can find on the channel, I found like those first episodes, they were complete dog shit. Like the animation was trash. Then they updated it with the Blu-ray quality release for the English dub. But in my opinion, it was still trash because most people, I feel like, are casual fans because they didn't watch Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods. They didn't watch the movie. So in my opinion, this is like the 5th time I'm seeing this. Think about this. From 2013, we're talking Grand Theft Auto 5 to now GTA 6 times. Some people are like, oh yes, I'm ready for this. This is like seeing Skyrim reintroduced because we got the movie. Then you ended up getting the Battle of Z game. So it was in Battle of Z, Xenoverse a bit, even I think through Kakarot. So you've seen it through all of these video games, but I'm only counting it as 2. Then you saw it in the manga, then you saw it in the show, and now we're getting it again. So it's the 5th time we're getting Beerus glazed, and they're changing the power levels left, right, and center, where he went from 70% in the original conception of power and animated almost perfectly in the movie. I don't even see why we have to redo it because of the movie. The movie is amazing. It's being promoted on Netflix right now. But whatever, God versus God. And they're following the show because you can see the scenes of the boat, and some of these are literally stills from like the show added with some shading from the anime. So let me know what you guys think about this. In my opinion, I was like, yo, I wish this could have been used for something better. Like some people are like, this is bad, this is really bad. It feels like a Skyrim / GTA release. And to me, I just couldn't really get too crazy hyped about that because of the fact that what I need to see from this to make this hype, to make this even worth it, because this is going to be cut out into like 7 episodes, which is the length of the movie once again. Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods, which most of you probably didn't watch if you're hyped about this, but yeah. My issue with it is that Dragon Ball Daima just came out last year. Akira Toriyama's like his last dying wish, his last stamp, his seal of approval. And I think people are kind of shitting on that by not giving appreciation to what just dropped last year. Like everything that just dropped last year, all of Daima has barely been out for a year. And people are like, oh, we've been starving for so long. Yeah, we're not even going to acknowledge that. It'll be ultra disrespectful if they don't even include Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and at least show me something. Like, look, he goes Super Saiyan 2 here, but why doesn't he go SS3? Why does he not go SS3 to fight Beerus if you have it in Daima? And it just came out last year. You still have time to go redo these animations, but it should not include that. Like, you just made Daima, you try to bridge the continuity, make him go SS3 against Beerus when he slaps Bulma. If Goku's using SS3, then it's not going to be none of the BS where it's like, oh, he controlling all of this stupid shit. He should be SS3 right here. If Goku's using it, Vegeta should be using it. Show both of them are equal in power before they jump off into the new forms and all that. And then also, if you can, show SS4. But that one, I feel like they can draw some loophole where, oh, it doesn't work outside of the demon realm or something like that. They could do something like that, but for me personally, this was the crowd goes mild in my mind with this one. I'll be 100% honest. Like, this is a Skyrim re-release, and then going back to the Galactic Patrol arc, yeah, we got this announcement, and yeah, I'm extremely happy. But at the same time, you can go and find more animated works on this on YouTube right now by fans, which is another thing that is like, yo, if the fans have already animated so much, show me one animated clip of what Moro is going to look like. No voice acting, just show me a clip of him in his prime form or something like that before the 7-3 absorption. but that's just my opinion. We also got the new video game with this new creator character looking like Xenoverse 3, but the teaser is Age 1000, which we all know going back to the OG days on this channel. That was Dragon Ball MMO, which turned to Dragon Ball Xenoverse, which turned to Xenoverse 2. So this could be Xenoverse 3. Now, he has customized earrings there, so that looks like it's a custom character with like an MUI looking color scheme. But it goes through all of this. Even got Beerus in here. It's going through, looks like time. What I'm hoping for with this game is that, look at that. That almost looks like Goku Black. You go Super Saiyan. Age 1000. It seems like everything's cooking for next year. That's why I'm like, all of this is kind of blue balls till 2027, but with this Xenoverse 2 and 1 were all based on Mira and Toa, which came from Dragon Ball MMO, which we covered on this channel, which I got more gameplay coming out with the new Ultimate Kai. But what I want to see is if they make this into some new project, or if it's Xenoverse 3, can they not do what they did in Xenoverse 1 and 2? In my opinion, as a person that played thousands of hours, I guess, of Dragon Ball games, you could say I didn't like Xenoverse 2 as much as I love Xenoverse 1. I'm gonna be 100% honest with that, because Xenoverse 2, it felt like it was a giant DLC for Xenoverse 1. I liked the first city, I liked Demigra, I liked all of the grounded state of the story before they got convoluted in Xenoverse 2 and made it into Super Dragon Ball Heroes and made it to just DLC over here, DLC over here, DLC over there. What I would like is if they took like what DC Universe Online did, make it so that way that we have the entire map of Dragon Ball MMO, add all the parallel quest counters and all this stuff to each individual city, and create a massive open world that me and my friends can play on with controllers just like Dragon Ball MMO. That would make everything come true for me, because like, look at this. This is amazing, right? This is cool and all, but I felt like the trailers for Dragon Ball MMO surpassed this to me. Let me show you. Like, this is from way back in the day, Dragon Ball Online, and this is a way better trailer than what they delivered. So this is where me as a fan, I'm like, you got Rasengan's going to Piccolo's chest, and they actually still have muscles, and they got the Dragon Ball Soul music and everything at a world tournament. Come on, man. That's where it's just peak for me. And this is where I'm like, bro, what are they delivering to me right now? You're not feeding me no bullshit. I'm gonna be the first one to call out, yo, we gotta see some more. I gotta see some more epicness. I gotta see some more action. Don't give me this new age Dragon Ball Surf, like neuter type of shit. I don't want to see that. Anyway, we also got some Dragon Ball Sparking DLC. Now, a lot of people are like, oh my god, new DLC. They got this, which this is cool and all, but I want to see tag team. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, they need to add the tag team mode from the PSP Tenkaichi tag team to the game. If that's not this and they're just teasing that, I'm gonna be pissed, which is what it seems like they're doing. But new characters, we got Bardock. That's not really new. Super Saiyan Bardock has been there since Battle of Z days. That's 2013. Okay. King Demon Piccolo, this is Budokai Tenkaichi 3's roster. Super 17 should have been in the game. This is what we've been saying. How did you get a Frieza soldier over Super 17 in the base game? That's why everybody's like, yo, this game ain't complete. And meanwhile, people are like, oh, you got to give... I see people glazing and defending this behavior, which is why the gaming state is in its shitty state across the board, is because people defend this behavior when, bro, the modders have delivered this 100 times over for free over the past year on Sparking Zero. Meanwhile, we're getting drip content and people are like, yes, yes, we're eating good. We're eating like Somalians. Oh, y'all some starving Somalian pirates, if this is what you're calling like peak, because that's some BS. Nah, you gotta call them out for their BS. They should have included some of these stages. This should have all been in the base game. You get Champa, some new characters. But for me, I was really roasting this because it's like, bro, someone needs to call out Bandai. What are you guys doing? The modders put 1,000 times more content out in the past year for Sparking Zero themselves, which should have been in the game. Android 17 over Frieza Soldier any day of the week. Like, it doesn't make sense to me, but to each his own. So overall, we got the new anime. We got like the new remake of the show, the Skyrim remake, which I'm gonna watch. It looks like it's movie theater quality. However, it's like one of the things that I liked about the movie, they incorporated the 3D animation with the 2D animation with soundtracks like Flow and all of that. They made it peak. I just rewatched it on the channel too, both the anime and the movie, and I reacted to it and I was like, bro, the movie is peak. It came out 2013 and I think it shits on all of this. But to give this its own identity, they need to incorporate Daima's continuity. If not, they're following One Piece, and that's the thing I hate. They're on a boat, just like Luffy. So that's why everybody's like, yo, what happened to Dragon Ball Super Goku? He's following Luffy's footsteps. He's not paving his own way, and that's why I get pissed. So, in my opinion, it looks all right. This is Dragon Ball Daima quality deals, like animation, stuff like that, but like, is it anything new, or is it just another Skyrim re-release? Is that what I'm staring at right now? Like, no SS3 Vegeta, and then everybody's kind of disrespecting Dragon Ball Daima because that only came out a year ago, but everybody's like, oh yeah, nothing happened these past years. Bro, SS3 Vegeta and Daima fighting the Tamagotchi was one of the greatest things I ever seen in these recent years, in my opinion. In my opinion, also, in Dragon Ball Daima, I feel like them defeating Goma is actually, it's better paced and written, not perfect, but still better written than the way the Moro arc ended. The Moro arc, after he fused with 7-3, cool, we get a fight scene with the MUI, then he turns to Blob Monster, and it finishes as if they finished the Cell arc with when he turned to try to destroy the planet Earth as the Blob. That's how it finished for me in my mind. And then the same thing with the Granola arc. They don't know how to end these arcs, and then they have Black Frieza come and clean up everything because they don't know what they're writing. And then, yeah, we got Superhero the years before that, which was like 2022. So it's not like we've been starving for all these years. I feel like something happened into this TikTok expansion, like the TikTok attention span of the modern mind has been rotted out by short-term content and I guess corn, if you want to call it the corn. Yes, the corn emoji, because how did y'all forget all this? It's impossible. I don't get it. But to me, the announcement, it's all right. We got some games. Still not till like the end of 2026 to 2027, and they're leaving us high and dry till battle hour for another couple months. But in my opinion, I'll give this an okay announcement. I don't feel like this should be like, yeah, we're eating, boys. No, you're eating like a Somalian pirate because they only gave you a colored manga panel to show. All this time, all they came out to say is, hey, GTA 6 is now in development type of announcement. They've only given you a colored manga panel, and then even some of the small clips they showed of Goku rushing off of planet Earth and going into MUI. Bro, I've seen the same type of content being made by AI nowadays. So like, guys, they got to step it up. We got to put some pressure on them because I'm not going to let them do this. If you want to defend this type of crappy behavior, especially when it comes to this DLC, and I feel like Xenoverse-2 started with the culture, everything is going downhill. Video games nowadays suck. Call of Duty sucks. All these new games, they all suck because of these DLCs. Like even Sparking Zero, this game died on your arrival because of the lack of it and everything being sold later on. This type of culture needs to be shamed. It really does. Like, you have Goku and Vegeta fighting here. If I don't see a Tenkaichi tag team fighting mode in Sparking Zero, what are they doing? Where's the innovation? There's nothing brand new to the table here. That's my issue. From the video games, okay, we're still using Akira Toriyama's stories and branding, but it's still the lackluster versions of it, and it's not even like nothing new. It's like you're afraid you might even come out with some Dragon Ball Evolution type of content, and we can't resurrect them from the grave right now to go and fix that. That's the only good thing that the only good thing that Evolution ever came with is the fact that it pulled Akira Toriyama back to the pen and paper to create Battle of Gods, which was peak as a movie. In anime form, I don't like it as much. I thought it was I liked the movie. The movie had peak animation. It had 3D animation mixed with the 2D, mixed with great OST. And in this trailer, they had this voice, Colleen's voice, pissed me off.
Yes, the power of the lisp and gayness. Yes.
Get the f out of here. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Are you guys excited for the return of Dragon Ball Super 2027? Because y'all ain't eating till next year. I don't know why y'all saying y'all eating now. We're eating. Yeah, your plate's empty till next year, my guy. Chill. Nothing animated from the show. Starting production now. Like, honestly, we're getting GTA 6 before this. Think about that. We got Battle of Gods 2013, we got GTA 5 2013 around the same time, and we're getting GTA 6 before this. So let me know what you guys think. Smash that like button, subscribe, hit that bell icon. Dragon Ball Super, the Galactic Patrol. We'll see how it goes. But like I said, my hopes, I give this announcement a 7 out of 10. I'm not going to be like one of these fans like, yeah. Oh my God. I'm not going to fake that type of enthusiasm because to me, it don't make sense. It don't make sense. And I feel like a lot of people's attention spans are fried. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. I am excited to see Moro in the first half, but we'll see. And especially if that Age 1000 trailer, if it's a video game trailer and it performs the way all I wanted was Dragon Ball MMO on console with controller support. And if you mixed it with the Xenoverse elements like Mira and Toa and Demigra being like the boss of Xenoverse 1, he had that aura to hold down that game. Xenoverse 2, what do we get? SS for Toa or Mira? And it's like, what was it, Mira? Yeah. And it was like, dude, they started adding all of the food stuff and all of the other random things at the very end of it. And it was like, bro, it got so convoluted. All Xenoverse 2 was just a massive, to me, to this very day, Xenoverse 2 feels like Xenoverse 1.5, a massive, expansive DLC pack. Because if you go to the Parallel Quest, it's the same exact system. You go to the PvP side and even joining together as a teammates. From what I remember, bro, it's the same exact copy and paste as Xenoverse 1. And the reason why is because Xenoverse 1 was cross-developed for PS3, Xbox 360, and the PS4 era, capped at like 30 FPS if I'm not mistaken. Meanwhile, Xenoverse 2 was entirely the new gen consoles, but it literally, they really could have just launched it as one big DLC if it was all made on the first, if it was made correctly the first time instead of having to make it crossplay. But I got more fond memories of the first universe, and I'm hoping they bring back that feeling versus I like the original city. Content City felt like it should have been a DLC city outside where you could have traveled outside to, which is what I think they should be doing for this one. Take the Dragon Ball MMO map. If you can copy the cities, copy the same exact format because you got the same exact thing as the first one where you have, okay, over here, you have the World Tournament area for this specific city. Over here, you got the Parallel Quest for this specific city. Over here, it's the same exact thing as Dragon Ball MMO. And if they already have all the maps, bro, I'm telling you, if all of the things are right here, whoever is directing this, yo, get to work. And y'all, I'm going to catch you guys later, all right? Young Modi, baby.